What is up, people? It is your boy, the OG Soda Pop Kid, coming to you direct from my barbershop. Just built inside of my home, y'all. I have a business built inside of my home. I am the only barber in here. No, I don't have anybody I hired. I can hire people, but I'd rather not. I'd rather work alone where it's peaceful, so I don't have cats coming and quitting and not coming to work and showing up when they feel like it and all of that, because I told y'all, I once worked in 4 other barbershops, one being a beauty salon before, and watched all of this happen. All right, I do barbershop tutorials. Everybody else doesn't do this. Some people don't mention anything about their barbershops or none of that. Let me pick this comb up real quick that I want to throw away. Yeah, they try to make it seem like everything's all good all the time, and we know that it's not. Me, I'm different. I'm not someone that clones another barbershop. I don't clone the way another dude does his car. I don't clone the way another dude dance. Like I said, I don't want my ass to smell like somebody else's ass because I don't idolize anyone. It says clear in the Bible, God says there'll be no idols before me. You know what I mean? And I did fall on my face once idolizing somebody, and it came back and kicked me in my ass. So I learned my lesson that one damn time. I don't idolize no other man or female, period. So I don't try to be like nobody else but what and who God made me. You know, with this raspy voice that he gave me, I didn't ask for this voice, but I have it. So, this tutorial, barbershop tutorial, I'm going to tell you guys for inquiring minds. There's people that's never been in this shop. There's people that's never gotten a haircut by me. And there's a lot of people that have been through here and then went somewhere else and got mad at them and then came back here or got mad at another shop and came running to me and complaining and talking bad about the barber that they had went to. That's their side of the story, but not the other side of the story. And I do know that there's 2 sides to every story of why they left or why they got kicked out. And then they come here, and bring that same nonsense to me. And in the long run, they can't follow rules and regulations and they go running back to where they got kicked out of in the first place. Okay? I've learned a lesson from that too, not to take people back to do nonsense like that. You can stay where you're at. All right, so there's ways that I give back to the community. Like I said, I don't do what the next shop does. One shop does this, I see that it's working, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to do that too. Or they do something else, and I'm like, ooh, I'm going to do that too. I'm not in competition with no other barbershop. I got bills to pay. I got better things to do. I'm not 25 years old anymore, out there trying to be the best barber in the nation. That's never going to happen. Okay, so I'm not in competition with anybody. Somebody once asked me that. Are you in No, I'm not in competition. I'm not thinking about any of that. I'm not thinking about no other barbers and what they're doing or how they run their shop or their business or business that your peers bring into my barbershop and tell me that I don't care to even hear about. All right, just so y'all know. My ways of giving back are different. One, main thing is my prices has always been the cheapest in town. Always been. Okay, I don't do that to compete with another barbershop or to lowball another barbershop. To be honest with you, as long as I've been cutting hair for 46 years, my prices should be up there because I feel I deserve it and what I offer in this shop. I run a professional business. I do not run some hood ass, there's a stripper pole in the kitchen, we smoking weed up in here and drinking, and drugs being sold in my barbershop. I don't run no business like that. And I do not sell drugs either. This is what I do for a living, cut hair. All that car audio stuff I was doing for people, I stopped doing that on the side because people are cheap. They don't want to get what they pay for. All right, and a lot of other reasons. I'll just build for myself, basically, is what I do. So I stopped building for the public, Nowadays, I won't even order equipment for anybody either, just myself. You know what I mean? You know why? Because there's one too many dealers out there now. Everybody's a damn dealer. You know what I mean? And no matter how good my prices is, they always want stuff cheaper from me. That's not going to happen. Go on and get your head knocked off. Do that. Learn a lesson. Okay. So my prices has always been cheaper. And, you know, my barbershop opened up in 2000. So it's been pretty much 20 years since my barbershop's been open, my own shop. Okay? And I've only raised my prices 3 times in 20 years. That's it. Okay, so that's one way that I get back to the community, by just being cheaper. You know what I mean? And believe it or not, cats come up in here and they want cheaper than what I do. And I won't do it. In other words, that's being disrespectful, and they're trying to use me, basically. And I'm like, nah, man, go on somewhere else. You know what I mean? That's one way I give back. Okay? Like I said, it's for inquiring minds, and there's new people moving out here all the time. And I do have a Google page with my business on it, too, for y'all that don't know. With a 5-star rating. I got 1,057 of my haircuts up on there. So you have a lot of haircutting to look at, so you can determine on if I know what I'm doing or not, or if I really can cut or not. My haircuts speak for their self. Everything about my barbershop is up on there, everything. You got pictures of what it looks like from every angle. You got all the signs and everything is on there. All of this is on my Google page. I got plenty of reviews of people that come here and like coming here and will continue to come here. Okay, and I got customers that has a problem on going up on there and putting up a review, being so they don't have or they're not on Google. Another way that I get back to the community with these signs here. Any student that gets a 3.0, you don't need a 4.0 and all A's or none of that. If you get a 3.0, you'll get a free haircut, but you must already be a customer or a potential customer here at this barbershop. You can't go somewhere else, and because they don't give freebies out for that, and I do, you want to run over here and get a freebie, then go back to them and pay them. That's disrespectful. No, I won't cut somebody else's customer. All right, I won't cut, you come here, my kid got a 3.0 and it says that you get free. I was like, and where else do you go besides here? I go to so-and-so. Well, you need to ask them to start doing the same thing. I was like, no, I won't do it, man, unless you're going to be a customer because you like how I cut your hair. All right. Free haircut services will be provided to any loyal customer who may pass away as a parting gift to the family. I do that too, which means if you die, and either you're going to let the guy there cut your husband's or brothers or friends or nephew's hair or aunts or whatever's hair, and I used to be their barber anyway, I'll cut their hair for free if they was loyal here. Now, it says you have to have been coming here 5 years straight. Okay, technically a lot of customers of mine was like, man, it should be longer than that, like 10. They should have been coming to you 10 straight years, but I say 5. Okay, and if you were a customer and you left here and went to some other barbershop, I'm not going to cut your hair if you pass away. And here comes your peers like, hey man, I'll be like, he left here and went there, they should do it. Because I'm going to be still feeling some type of way like you got mad because you couldn't follow rules and you decided to leave, and here you're dead now. And it's like, hey, you want to come cut his hair, like he knows that I'm cutting his hair. I'll be like, no, sorry, I can't do it. They left here. They were no longer loyal. They were no longer a customer. All right. All you that's using Cash App. Now, this is not giving back to the community down here, but I'm going to throw this on here. Since if you're using Cash App, you got to pay me beforehand, before you even sit down in the chair, to make sure that I get my money. So it's to make sure that you got money in your bank account or on your card. You know what I mean? Yada, 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 because I've dealt with people that'll leave out of here like, oh, I'm going to send that to you. No, you're going to pay me now. You got your service, pay me. Okay, I got tired of that, and I may stop using this and may go back to cash and carry. All right, but those are ways I give back to the community right there. And another way that I give back to the community, which nobody else is doing. Now, if they're doing it, they copied. These prepaid haircut cards I got right there, they range from $50 all the way up to $500. And I do got customers to buy them. Okay, how I give back to the community with these cards? Okay, for every $100 that you spend, I've said this before, but I'm going to repeat this, and I'm going to do barbershop tutorials every year or so to keep you guys updated because that's what I do. I do me. For every $100 that you spend, okay, you get a free haircut. Now, there's some people out there that can't comprehend to what I'm saying here with these. Okay, there's some people that come through here and try to debate, and I don't know why you would even start a debate on something like this. For every $100 that you spend, I give you a free haircut, which means I'm losing money. I'm not ganging by giving anything away free. And it's not that, I'm desperate to sell these, because this is just something that I offer. And though a lot of customers like the idea of these, you know what I mean? A lot of them won't buy them, or either some people will buy certain ones as a gift card to their husband or nephew or son or boyfriend or girlfriend or something like that. You know what I mean? They'll buy one as a Christmas gift or a birthday gift or something like that. Like the $50 one usually is a good gift card to buy some because it's just $50. So basically, it's almost the cost of one whole haircut. If you're getting your beard and haircut, is $40. I know some shops charge $50 and $55 for all of that, dude. And you know what I mean? So, that $50 one is more or less, but the $100 ones, $100, $200, $300, $400, and $500 ones are different. So, like I said, for every $100 you spend, you get a free haircut. So if you get a $100 card, you get a free haircut for purchasing the card. If you get a $200 one, 2 free haircuts. $300 one, 3 free haircuts. $400 one, 4 free haircuts. $500 one, 5 free haircuts. So that's $250 worth of haircuts that you get for free just for buying a card before you even start using the money that you bought the card for. That's giving back. I done gave you 5 free haircuts, and somebody came in and started a debate by saying something stupid like, well, you're getting the whole $500 up front. Yeah, and I'm giving away $250 worth of that. Like, I'm giving back $250 back. That's what that's like. So what did I really gain? Seriously. Since y'all so smart in your prestigious high school. What did I really gain by giving back $250, giving 5 free haircuts to you? I really lost out, did I? Yes, I did. Yes, I did lose out. Technically, that's how I give back to the community. Senior citizens, I've been doing this. Senior citizens' haircuts are only $15. Anybody 65 years or older, don't come in here being my age talking about you're a senior citizen, because to the government and to the world, you're not 65 years old. Okay, you initially retire at 65 from working, unless you've been working at a job 30 or more years. Okay, I've had guys my age tell me I'm a senior citizen because I get a free bus pass, or I was like, okay, well, you don't get free haircuts up in here unless you're 65 years or older. I offer that. Nobody else do. Now, if somebody else offers that now, it's because they heard about me doing it, and they copied it, and it ain't like they're not allowed to do that in order to gain customers. Every senior citizen out there should be coming to this barbershop because of that. But because I go by appointments, you got people butthurt because I run my barbershop professional and I go by appointments, and most of my customers like having an appointment because they're in at their time, they're in the chair, and they're out. I've been hearing too many complaints of people coming that sat in barbershops 2-3 hours and watched the barbers gyp their boys and their friends over them. because they're their boys and they're familiar with how their hair is and they know what to do with them and their texture of hair, and they cut over customers, and guess who they come whining to? With all the rumors, the lying-ass rumors, bad rumors about my barbershop. Of course, cats are going to talk bad about every barbershop if they don't get their way in the barbershop, if they can't come in the barbershop and run the barbershop the way they want to run the shop. The shop open when they want, close when they want, stay open as long as they want. They can come ringing your doorbell, ringing my doorbell 12, midnight, 10, 9, times when I'm closed, days when I'm off, and they can't do that, so now they got something bad to say about my shop. You can say anything bad you want. It's not going to be ran the way that you want it to be ran, or none of that. I've had guys that see me out there coming from Sunoco at 2 something in the morning and yell across the darn highway, "Yo, when can I get a cut?" Like I'm a walking appointment book. Disrespectful. And I'm like, dude, I don't carry my appointment book around. I don't know. Why don't you call and find out during business hours? People call me, making appointments at 9, 10 o'clock at night, and I won't answer the phone. I used to, but I don't. But why? Because I am closed. My barbershop is open from 11 to 7. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I am closed. I've been telling people this for the last 15 years. I'm closed Sunday, Mondays, and Tuesdays. It says it on that 4 foot by 4 foot sign. Red, white, and blue sign that you can see 5 blocks away outside on the front of my house. My barbershop is built inside of my home. This is my home first. And my business is built inside of here. That's what I do to give back to the community. I don't copy no other shops. I'm not a clone. I'm not a copycat. I'm not a biter, as we called it back in the day. You know what I mean? I'm not a want to do what he do and do what she do a type dude, man. I do what I do. I got my own ways of going about things. For you guys that's, never been in here ever, and you have your superstar barber, amen, good for you. You know what I mean? Blessings to you. Hopefully you don't fall out with them and come running over here like cats have done with all the rumors that they done heard. And you come running over here and you expect me to cut your hair. Because I'm going to tell you another thing. Google is a good advertisement for your business, man. Google, like when I leave town and I'm going to a car audio competition in another state, and I'm looking for a hotel to stay, or I look for the hotel first before I go there. I'm looking at a hotel with at least a 3-star rating. You know what I mean? The hotel got to be clean, free of bed bugs. That's where you get all that stuff from, and bring them to your house, bed bugs and all that from hotels. It got to be clean. I got to look at the reviews, and they have pretty good reviews. Of course, everybody's not going to have no 5-star review. You know what I mean? But I'm on Google, and most of these new people that's moving out here is finding me on Google, and they're showing up at my doorstep. They're not reading the description. They're not reading. What they do is they go and look at the haircuts, then they look to see what my rating is. Then they look at my reviews and see what people are saying about me. You know what I mean? Then they just show up. They don't read in the description that it says, call or text for an appointment and leave a message. All of my customers' names are logged into my phone. It says Mike, customer, Cheryl, customer, John, customer, Bill, customer. It says customer right after their name. So when they call, I see that, and I see that it's a customer calling me, or anybody else that I just know, or friends, their names are in my phone. If I get a call and it's just a phone number, I'm thinking spam, because there's a lot of that happening. Telemarketers, accounts are calling and cloning people's voices and everything nowadays, man. I would not answer a number with no name. I won't answer at all. You have to leave a message. If you don't leave a message, then you won't get in touch with me. You know what I mean? People are going up on Google. One, they're calling. If they do call, they're not leaving a message, even though I say leave a message. Or they won't call and they'll just pop up. You can just pop up. I'm appointment mainly. You can pop up because somebody might have canceled, somebody might have rescheduled, somebody might have not showed up. Okay, so I don't get mad at cats when they just show up. I just simply tell them I'm busy. I can't get them. or I may give them another day. Most of the times they want their haircut right now. Well, you're not gypping my customers. I'm not letting nobody gyp anybody. That's not going to happen. That's bad business. I've heard about barbershops doing stuff like that too. I don't do that. That's disrespectful for me to have an appointment and somebody shows up here before you get here, and I let them gyp because they come here and see nobody in here, and I'm like, well, my customers come at their time. I set my appointments an hour apart. So they show up at their time. Somebody might show up 5 minutes before you even get here and be like, hey, they're not here yet. That doesn't matter. I'll sit you in the chair and end up getting late to them. That's not going to happen. It doesn't work that way. Ain't no such thing as, can you get me real quick? The answer is no. I can't cut you real quick. I don't speed cut. I take my time and give people nice haircuts. You get me? All right, there ain't no such thing. Can you just real quick and start doing hand gestures? The answer is no. Make an appointment or take your chances. Like I said, a lot of people just want to gyp everybody, or they want in right now. And I might have something the next day. Oh, no, I can't come the next day. All right, and then you know what I do? I'm no hater. I'll say, yo, man, there's a barbershop around the corner. Go to the stop sign, make a left. When you get to the next stop sign, look to the right. There's Urban Image. You know what I mean? If they ask me and I say, no, I don't know where no other barbershop is, that's like hating. That's like, I'm worried about just me and nobody else, and if you don't get a haircut here, you're not going to get a haircut nowhere else unless you go and find them. I'll simply tell them where to go. And then when they ask, well, who should I go to? I'll give out the names that I know. People that I don't know over there, I don't know you. You know what I mean? I'll give them, Ronnie's name or Dom's name or Jason's name, and then everybody else over there, I don't know. I'll say, well, you got to pick one. I was like, I can't tell you who's better than who. Go over there and pick somebody whoever's open, period. I'm no hater. Now, if I was to sit up here and tell them I don't know where no other shops is, and they happen to go around the corner and find the shop, and they walk up in there, they'd be like, oh, dude around the corner said he don't know where any other shops are. I'll get accused of being a damn hater. Literally, oh, he couldn't tell nobody where we was, and he know that we're around. No, I have sent at least 15 people that I could not cut over there. And I want your money. I wish I could take your money. You might be a good customer. But you can't gyp. You can't gyp over my customers. I got customers that have been coming to me 25, 30, 20, 15 years straight and not had a complaint ever about anything that goes on in this barbershop. People that leave here and complain is because they messed up. They messed up. They were late one too many times and I confronted them and they got butthurt. They missed too many appointments without canceling. I confronted them and they got butthurt. They were inconsistent, just doing whatever the hell they felt they wanted to do, and I was going to keep on dealing with it. And I confronted them, and they got mad and ran to somewhere else, or went somewhere else, or cried because somebody got an appointment before them, and all of that crybaby, little kid, elementary school stuff. And it's like, all right, go on somewhere else, man. I ain't got time for that. I will send you somewhere else right on a moment's notice and see how much that next barber can take your nonsense before they gyp over you. In fact, I got a guy that comes to me that's blind. All right? The only time I tax somebody is if you're a no-show. All you got to do is pick up your phone and cancel the appointment. It's that easy. There's guys that's always on their cell phone, always in their cell phone, always looking at naked chicks on their cell phone, looking at TikTok, looking at Facebook, playing poker, shooting pool on their phone when I'm giving them a haircut and I can't even have a conversation with them because they're all playing it in their phone. But they can't pick up their phone and cancel an appointment. They'll no-show. And I'll give them so many chances and I'll warn them. Dude, if you no-show, you have to pay for your cut before you can even come back to this barbershop. You have to pay for it because I could have gave it to someone else and I lost money. I got $3,000 worth of bills to pay. This is a job. This is not a hustle. It's not a hustle. This is not on the streets selling no drugs. It is a legal job. All right, for you street guys that think legal jobs is hustling. It's not hustling. It is working. All right, and I confront them, and they get butthurt. I've had that happen one too many times. They get severely butthurt. What do you mean? I told you this when you first started coming here. If you miss an appointment, you got to pay for it like everybody else. Everybody else pays willingly. That blind guy I'm telling you about, if he cancels an appointment, he tries to pay double when he comes in next time. I'm going to pay for the appointment that I canceled. You don't have to pay for a canceled appointment unless it's a last minute. That last minute canceling is just like you not showing up. I don't have time to give it away to anybody because you waited to the time you were supposed to be here, then canceled. That's called last minute canceling. Yes, I will start charging you for that. You have to cancel at least in half an hour before. That's not hard to do, but y'all act like that's hard to do. And this barbershop is not no military, you're in basic training barbershop. It's nothing like that. There's rules and regulations everywhere you go. Grown folks come in here and they act like grown folks. So they don't have to be looking, what am I not allowed to do? And I told y'all 1,000 times, there's only three rules up on here. There's only 3 rules on here. That's it. The rest of these is just common sense up there. And most customers give me credit for this. They come in here and they'll read them and be like, I like the signs, man. Because it doesn't have nothing to do with them. It has to do with knuckleheads. So I don't have to tell you what my raspy voice is you're so damn afraid of that God gave me. When I finally tell you that you're doing something wrong, cats get butthurt. They turn into little kids in a minute. Feel free to go on somewhere else. Bye, see you. You know what I mean? Go over there and maybe you can run their shop, tell them what to do, when to close, when to stand. You can jip over everybody with your mans in them. Well, that blind guy was going to a certain barbershop, and what was happening, now he's blind. He can see images, that's it. He can't see, he can see images. Glasses or none of that can help him. He lost his vision some years ago. But he explains to me how he was going to a certain shop. He went there maybe 5 times, maybe 3 times he was unhappy with his haircut. And I was like, how can you tell if your haircut is not right? And he told me how he can tell. If his hairline's pushed back too far, when he get in the shower and the water hits his forehead, it lets him know that his hairline was pushed back. This is amazing. He's able to feel his hair after it's done. He's able to rub his hands across it and tell if the haircut's right, which is amazing. He makes his way here. He has one of them sticks. He makes his way to my barbershop anyway without help. You know what I mean? All I got to do is guide him in the door and guide him to the chair and guide him back to guide him to that chair, then guide him to my chair, and then guide him back. He pulls the money out. He gives me the exact money, and I guide him out and guide him to the ramp. And then from there, I watch him walk down the ramp and walk and tell him he's going back in the right direction in which he came. But he stopped going to the other barbershop because he was getting gypped over. He said he sat there for hours a couple of times, like cats gypped over him, and they never had the audacity to just tell him, hey, we cannot get you. We are full. Sorry, we can't get you today. He said they'd let him sit there until he finally said something. And then they was like, oh, we didn't know you were getting a haircut. I was like, unbelievable. So he ends up over here, and he likes the service that he gets. Okay? I do not deal with two-faced people. One who leaves here from now on, gets butthurt and leaves, stay gone. I will not take you back. I've took people back. They run one place, run back. Run to another place, run back. The next time somebody runs, you stay. Don't come back here. I'm not dealing with two-faced people, man. You done told me a lot about you by doing something like that. You're a crybaby. You're narcissistic. You don't appreciate nothing that I do over here. You need to go elsewhere. Period, point blank, straight to the face, man. From Sodda Pop's Cuts and Fades Barbershop here in New Kensington, Pennsylvania, on 3rd Avenue. I'm on Google. Before you even think about coming here, go on my Google page and look at all 1,057 of my haircuts and tell me if I know how to cut or not. Let me know if I got any skills after 46 years of doing it. And for people that's upset that I'm always busy, I'm supposed to be always busy. I'm supposed to be. This is what I do for a living. I'm supposed to be busy. Like Well, I'm supposed to be struggling up in here after all these years of cutting hair? Anybody that's been doing something for a long time is supposed to be busy. Okay? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Sodda Pop Kid. Peace.